boy, I'm going to talk about Sincerity today, and I guess I just want to start by talking about the irony of being a YouTuber with a script just off camera, and you have to take me as sincere, but I just want to sort of start here at the top with a small sentence that I hope will be really helpful. The concept of sincerity, I think of, am I being sincere versus am I being authentic? I don't get to say if I'm authentic or not, you do. And maybe you don't think I'm authentic. That's fine. I think I'm being sincere, so I don't know. Take that as you will. I just wanted to spend a minute talking about the irony of sincerity being a YouTuber. You can tell when a game is trying to impress you. It's loud, it's confident, it's shiny. It wants you to notice it, like the hot girl in school. And honestly, sometimes, hey, that's fine. I like spectacle as much as the next guy. But after a while, all that polish starts to feel like a armor, keeping me away. Like the game saying, don't look too close. Just look at our shoot bangs. Pew, 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 pew. But every now and again, a game does the opposite. It lets its voice crack. It stumbles on a sentence, just like that. It tells you something small and real. And in that moment, it's not trying to impress you, it's trying to connect with you. That's what I mean when I say a game is sincere. I think sincerity is one of the most underrated, but also one of the most difficult design choices in games. Because it's not a genre. You can't screenshot sincerity. It's more like a tone plus trust. A sincere game trusts that you don't need to be dazzled to be moved. That you're capable of noticing the quiet things and maybe even feeling something about them. The first time I played A Short Hike, I kept waiting for the twist. I thought, okay, so when does it get dark? Like, when do the stakes get higher? When does this turn into a metaphor for death? And it doesn't. It's just cute. You know, just a little bird, person in a bird costume, climbing a little mountain on a nice day. And somehow that's enough. And that kind of restraint in today's market, that's tough. And that takes guts. Especially in the indie scene. Same with one of my favorite games from a few years ago, Chicory. It's a game about creativity and burnout and imposter syndrome wrapped in a nice coloring book aesthetic. You're not the chosen one, you're the janitor. Literally cleaning up someone else's mess with a magic paintbrush that isn't yours. And over time, you realize you don't need to be perfect to make something meaningful. You just need to show up. And you just need to care. I'll talk more about Chicory in the future, but Chicory doesn't shout that message. It lets you paint it yourself. I love that. Or Spiritfarer. This one hit really hard. I have a lot to say about it. I'm actually only about halfway through it, but it's not just sincere. I think I've really determined it's very intimate. It tells you right from the start, this is a game about death. I hope that's cool. We'll try our best to be chill about it. But instead of being heavy-handed or dramatic, it's gentle. It vibes with you. You help people let go. And you help them say goodbye over and over and over. That's brave. And in doing that, you realize something kind of devastating. Most games teach us how to win. This one teaches you how to leave. So here's the weird part. Sincerity is rare in games because sincerity is risky. It's a lot easier to be ironic. Look how many irony-clad games there are out there. It's a lot easier to be sarcastic or meta or self-aware to the point of collapse. I'm gonna wave at Fortnite and not say anything negative. It's harder to say something you actually mean, because if people don't like it, well, that's you they're rejecting. I wondered what a world would be like where Claire Obscura would be Expedition 33 was completely rejected by all modern RPG fans. And I'll have a lot to say. Sorry guys, just started it. I'm very behind. My apologies. But imagine that feeling of giving that game to someone and them going, this is stupid. Why does this main character look like Robert Pattinson from Twilight? He kind of does, sorry. Games that mean something to me, the ones that I'll remember years down the road, they're the ones that took the risk of vulnerability. The ones that were clouded in irony, I'll forget next week if I even play them. Hi Borderlands. Sorry, I'm throwing shade today. As a therapist, hi, real life therapist here, how you doing? I sit with people all day who are trying to figure out how to stop performing in a certain sense, who trying to figure out who they really are and put down the performance. They're trying to figure out how to be real without falling apart. So when a game comes to me and says, you don't have to earn your space here. You don't have to be good at this to belong. I notice. And honestly, I exhale a little. Because I think we all need more space that makes us feel welcomed instead of impressed. More softness, more honesty, more warmth. So here's a shout out to sincere games. The ones that aren't embarrassed to care. The ones that believe something. The ones that don't hide behind cool. And here's to noticing them and loving them and choosing to play them even though they don't always stand out. And maybe here's to making even more of them and inviting ourselves to these games. If you've got one of these games, one that's felt like a real conversation instead of a sales pitch, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to know what stuck with you. What game has impacted you the most with its sincerity? What game has sincerely moved you in a way that you'll never forget? And if you like exploring the emotional side of games, how they hold us or challenge us or change us, hey, you're in the right place. Go ahead and subscribe. That's what this channel is for. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for spending time with me. Again, I stand by my idea that sincerity is really weird and hard when someone's making an online video. So I don't know, take this as you choose to take this or don't. It's up to you.